Hi everyone, and welcome to your weekly Pick a Card Tarot readings for the week of July 24th. If you're new here, my name is Sydney, I'm the tarot guy next door, and I use my occult knowledge and intuition to help guide you towards the life you want. If you'd like to support what I do, or if you have something in your life you'd like me to take a look at, you'll find information on my Patreon below. I'll be doing 5-card open readings, and here are the decks that I have for you. We have the Tarot de Marseille with Amethyst, the Universal Rider-Waite-Smith with Blue Aventurine, and the Tarot of the Divine with Yellow Calcite. We also have 4 different Oracle cards to choose from 4 different decks. So go ahead and pick which tarot deck and which Oracle card resonate with you the most. It's totally fine if you're drawn to more than one. And as always, you can pause this video if you need more time. As always with collective readings, take what resonates with you and leave aside what doesn't. If you want to jump straight to your reading, you'll find timestamps right below. And with that, let's go right to the readings. Alright, Group 1, let's see what we have for you for this week. Well, that's nice. Okay. Yeah. I don't have the feeling that I will pause this for very long. The basics of this message are pretty clear. Let me see. Ooh, close enough as far as alignment goes. Group 1, this is looking like an awesome week for you. It's looking like a week with, success and independence and abundance and all that great stuff for you. However, it is looking like you're going to have to earn it. So, obviously Trump number 13 in the middle of your cross here, signifying like back-breaking labor, but also an element of finding what was previously thought to be discarded and finding a way to make it, fertilizer. Like, I don't want to harp on this too much, but the thing I'm alluding to here is the body parts that this skeleton figure is plowing in order to make things grow, But the element, honestly, I pointed it out just so that you would know what I was referring to when I said that, but the element that is strongest to me is the element of backbreaking work, of putting the axe to the grind and just hammering it out. Basically, this cup, the emotional opportunity and fulfillment that is represented by this Ace of Cups here, is something that you're going to have to earn, and it's looking like the waters might be choppy for you this week, but ultimately it looks like you're in a great position to make things happen. Put your chin down, keep moving forward. You've earned the right to be here, pointing to these 2 coins, which are, great coins that we're generally happy to see. And this 3 of Wands, what it contributes to this reading is so subtle that it feels superfluous to even go into it. But definitely some opportunities for taking the lessons that have brought you to this point and really making something nice out of it, if you're willing to put in the work and navigate the turbulence, basically. So I think I've looped enough for that. Thank you very much for trusting me with your reading. You can use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. Group 2, let's see what we have for you for this week. Oh, I don't know how to interpret, if at all, the fact that the cards didn't want to cut. But anyway, let us turn over your cards. Okay, don't panic, Group 2. Give me a second here. This should be perfect framing for you. Yes, it is. Group 2, sometimes when the people in our network aren't there for us in the way that we would like them to be, that could be an opportunity to discover that self-reliance that is necessary to become, a whole, complete human being. And the funny thing is, the Hierophant at the bottom of your deck here, it could reinforce what I'm saying in order to be your own teacher, to be your own mentor, or to even use that as an opportunity to teach others. I just threw that out, but I'm not feeling that last one particularly. Or it could also be a sign that when the people that we usually rely on in certain situations aren't there for us in the way that we need for whatever reason, and I doubt that it's lack of care. I just want to put that out there. The 10, like these two tens are the tens that we're the happiest to see in readings in general. Now, the fact that the reverse does suggest some kind of block, glitch, or delay, but if this was like genuine bad vibes in the relationship or relationships, I would see two different cards here. So the fact that they're both here indicates kind of shit happens kind of vibe. And yeah, so either this is an opportunity to discover how you are able to deal with this on your own, despite how confusing and scary and discombobulating it might be, or it could also be an opportunity to realize that for you to realize that your support network is larger than you might have thought at first, and the person that you lean on usually, who is indisposed for whatever reason, that there's someone else that you never thought to go to for this kind of thing that is actually really good for this kind of situation or whatever the challenge or challenges that this week throws at you. But this is looking like the metaphor that came to mind is that if you're on some kind of expedition and all of a sudden the communication line with your headquarters gets cut off, and now you're kind of forced to figure it out on your own, and it's looking like an opportunity to figure out, to realize that, oh, that thing that you were going to radio into HQ for is something that you could easily have figured out on your own, and that you probably didn't even need to radio in your question in the first place, you know. Or it could also be a situation that someone who's there in the field with you is actually the perfect person to answer the question that you have, or to provide the context that you need, or that kind of thing, you know. So yeah, honestly, the metaphor that I just used is so perfect to illustrate the overall vibe of this reading that it's difficult for me to add anything else without looping. So I think I'm just going to trust my own instinct, and end it there. So thank you very much for trusting me with your reading. If you liked it, please give it a like. I'm going to start doing this at the end of each reading. I forgot to do it for group 1, but whatever. Actually, this is going to be here. But yeah, I'll see you at your Oracle card reading, the timestamps for which are just below this video. If you're still watching, please let me know in the comments. This is curious. I have the feeling I'm ranting on my own. All right, group 3. Let's see what we have for you for this week. Ooh, this deck cut so smoothly. I really like this deck. Okay, yeah, let me just throw down all 5 cards. With, what is this? The Fool reversed at the bottom of the deck. Very interesting. Okay, your reading is entirely reversed except for 1 card. Don't panic, group 3. Most of these cards are cards that we're generally happy to see. That's the 3 of Wands at the top. And the alignment should be basically perfect for you. Ooh, just a tad low. Give me a second. This is better. All right, I'll see you right now. Group 3, I gave a very similar reading not that long ago, so if you also got that one, don't read into that too much. But this is a pretty clear warning not to let perceived injustice put you on tilt. And the funny thing is about this reading is that as soon as I hit pause, I did the thing where I interpreted the entire reading as if it was upside down, where like all of these cards are upright and the Justice card is the only reverse card. And something that I often say about Justice reverse is that it's either a perceived injustice. No, let me start over. Justice reversed is often either an actual injustice, or it's something that looks like an injustice, but from a broader perspective actually is. Group 3, I'm afraid I must inform you, for this week, it's not them, it's you. Do not let Whatever thing that you feel to be unfair, I would strongly encourage you to really question that. Like, obviously, life happens. Sometimes actual injustices do happen. So I don't want you to, you know, don't do anything actually stupid. You know, if someone steals your car, it doesn't matter whether you lock the door or not. You know, that is definitely something to feel victimized by. However, I would invite you to really question if whatever this perceived injustice, because again, justice is the only upright card in this whole fucking reading. And I'll say this now, the Fool reversed at the bottom of your deck here, binding this whole reading together, I'm absolutely reading as foolishness. So try to remember that the big risk for you is if whatever injustice that you perceive puts you on tilt and makes you feel needlessly defensive, stops you from seeing the picture clearly, and makes you dip into the darker aspects of this Emperor energy, where you're either domineering or you're actually losing touch with the Emperor energy and losing control of the ship. You know, something I say a lot about the Emperor is that he runs a tight ship. He's on top of this shit, you know. So the fact that the Emperor is reversed is either being out of touch with that energy, maybe through defensiveness, not seeing the picture clearly, and nervousness at crossing the threshold caused by this perceived injustice putting you on tilt, basically. Do I have anything else to add before looping, without looping? Because I really do want to leave you with some inspiration, you know, instead of saying, you know, don't be a fuck up this week. That seems like an unhelpful way to summarize this reading. Don't let perceived injustice stop you from realizing how capable you are. And sometimes, like, the big risk for you is this Seven of Wands reverse here at the bottom of your cross here, which would be at the top of your cross if this whole reading was upside down, you know. But take it in stride. Take it in stride and continue to rule your ship like the true captain and commander that you are. And that could enable you to see things clearly. Because whatever this Ace of Swords is, it's the Seven of Wands that might cloud it from you and make you needlessly fearful to take the next step. And I've already gone on a rant on the Emperor reverse and the type of energies he could represent, all right? So again, sometimes life throws you curveballs. And yeah, in the moment, it's totally normal that it feels unfair. And sometimes it genuinely is. I would invite you to really question that. And, you know, whatever unfairness you see, just take it in stride and move on and say, hey, them's the breaks, and try to move forward and not get defensive. All right. So that is what I have for you, group 3. If you don't want to watch me pick up your reading, you can use the timestamps in the description to jump ahead a couple seconds. Oh, and if you like this video, please give it a like. I'm gonna start getting used to doing that here. Actually, I'll put this at the bottom. All right, let's see what we have. And yes, this is the first time you've seen this deck. The reasons for which I got it will be clear very soon. And I'll give you a hint, you're also gonna see this deck. This should be good. Let me just refocus. Great, Group A, your I Ching hexagram is, your Tao Oracle is the taming power of the great. This is I Ching hexagram number 26, and as I present this card, I will say something I haven't said in a while. I absolutely love this deck, like deeply, but I hate this font with the fire of 1,000 suns. Anyway, the keywords are self-discipline, concentration, strengthen your character from within, self-awareness, realizing potential. There are it's funny too, depending on the tarot reading you chose, there are different words in that list of words which are particularly fitting for you. So for the two readings that need it, I'm just going to repeat the two words that are meaningful in no particular order, in the order that they're on this card, all right? Strengthen your character from within and realizing potential. Okay, and just to complete the circle, I'll read the other words too. Self-discipline, concentration, self-awareness. So basically, it's honestly looking like a good week for you, even though you might not think it in the moment. Just realize how awesome you are and be confident, all right? You've earned the right to be where you're at, all right, Group A? Group B, your spirit animal is the koala spirit. Spirit has a plan. Okay, so this is kind of a, this is an invitation to take things in stride and to realize how whenever life throws you a curveball, to trust that at some point you might look back at this week and smile at that thing that pissed you off in the moment, all right? Keep that in mind. Spirit has a plan, all right? Group C, your Angelarium card is Dumas, the Angel of Dreams. Very nice. As is customary with this deck, I'm going to have to look at it and see what comes to me, as the designer intended. It's funny, staring at this card gave me very similar vibes to the Temperance card, my favorite card in tarot, but that's neither here nor there. It's this flow of energy here with this extension, which may or may not be real, which would be fitting for the Angel of Dreams, you know. But for the actual message for you, Group C, is to dare to dream. Okay, that sounded tacky, but you're being invited to take the things as they could potentially be, and to really hold that vision, to really extend what you know into what could possibly be, and to use that vision as some kind of target either to go towards or to inspire you to go through the things that you have to go through this week. But again, it's the blending of these of this energy here, potentially extending to what looks like the top of a mountain or might not be. It's really difficult to interpret what it is, and I think that's the point of this card. But dare to dream and dare to combine things that you were once told were impossible to combine, and to just see what potential that is in them, basically. Group D, your card is Reputation. This is a disseminating, waning air moon. Let me think of this for a second here. So the waning air moon is right after the full moon. So basically, one thing that is sure in the meaning of this card is, and I've said this many times throughout this entire video, you've earned the right to be where you're at. And it's looking like a week that will either help build your reputation for the future, or a week on which you can rely on the reputation that you have. But I think that when you look back at this week, I think that there's a big opportunity for this to be one of the weeks that you're most proud of, to really reap the rewards of what you've sown, and as difficult as it might be at times, to really trust that the models that you've came up with were founded because you've had an opportunity to test them out, you know. Yeah, I don't know what to add to that without looping, so I'm going to end that there. Thank you so much for watching this video. If I didn't tell you during your reading and you like this video, please give this video a like, and I hope you have a great week. You take care. I'll see you soon.